Welcome to another day. So let's have some breakdown. And please, if you're here for your first time, I will want you to do me a small favor. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so anytime I drop a YouTube video, you will be notified on every update I drop on here. And also to help me boost my algorithm so a lot of new traders, especially you, can see this anytime I upload. Please just take a few seconds of your time. On the right of your screen down, you see that red subscribe button. Click on that. Like this video before we continue. And let me just explain and tell you what I'll be doing ahead of this video today. So today we'll be doing top-down analysis. I'm going to analyze three currencies. I'm going to analyze Great British Pound. I'm going to analyze Euro USD, and then lastly, I'm going to analyze the DXY index. So first of all, we are going to start with the DXY index to see the power of the dollar and where the dollar is going to. Okay, so let's start. So I'm going to take this to the 1-day time frame. And on the 1 day, I see dollar has been dropping to the downside. We've been having that drop of dollar to the downside. If you can look at the last 4 candles, you can see we had a bearish candle for the last 2 candles stepped in for push up, and you can see this is reacting off a demand zone. So we can see from tomorrow when the market opens, we need to see dollar reacting off this area. So this is what the 1-day time frame is telling me, and I will switch down straight to the 4-hour time frame to see the direction of the dollar. On the 4-hour time frame, you see I can refine the demand zone I had there, and you see dollar is reacting off that demand zone, of which we had a change in character here, and the change in character left that inefficiency, that fair value gap below, and you see the dollar is reacting there with some strong rejection, giving dollar the strength to push up to the upside. So as dollar is pushing up to the upside, of course we know what will happen to other pairs that are trading against the US dollar. So I scale down to the 2-hour time frame. So I'm doing top-down analysis, how you can start analyzing a currency or a pair from a higher time frame right down to a lower time frame, where you can now look for entries and possible direction, because you have to understand the type of trader that you are. Are you an intraday trader? Are you a scalper? Are you a swing trader? Of course, by knowing that, you need to know what time frame you want to look out for your entries. So we have this supply zone here. We see price reacting up. We have a demand zone here now. This is of the 2-hour time frame. So we see price tap into the demand zone and form something like a change in character here. And you see we have a small minor demand zone here again, that we might kind of see price reacting off that area before shooting back to the upside, because now we can see demand is trying to be in control in this scenario here, and we have this level where we see price go might push up to, because we all know what unmitigated zones act like in the market. You know, unmitigated zones in the market, they act like magnets. So price always target the next unmitigated zone whenever it has finished doing what it wants to do. So that's my view on DXY. That's the dollar index. I see what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a small push to the downside. Price retracing to the downside to fill this demand before pushing to the upside. So you need to know where price is coming from. Price is coming from a mitigated price. Are going to tap the supply zone. So we want to see price violating this zone and come to take clear of liquidity here, because we now see some sort of liquidity formation here. You can clear down to maybe the 30-minute, you see something a little bit bigger there. So we've seen price forming some sort of liquidity there, and we expect to see price coming to clear out that liquidity before pushing to the upside. So we have our breaking structure here, change in character here, sorry. And you look at the zone that caused the change in character. and you see that it left behind a demand zone that we can expect price to retrace from, and this is the kind of liquidity that is created. So first, we identify the zone that caused the change in character, and we've seen the liquidity formation around here now. So expect price to push to the downside before pushing to the upside. So that is that for DXY, where we expect to see price pushing to the downside before taking us back to the upside. So if we can see DXY acting like this, what of currency now that they are trading against the dollar? So let's check on Great British Pound USD. So with the Great British Pound USD, I did some analysis already, but for the sake of this video, I'll start everything afresh. So I'll go back to the 1 day time frame. On the 1 day time frame, what can I see? That is the question when you open your chart, trying to do your analysis. You need to gather information in the market like a detective. You need to know what is happening in this market, who is in control, what is happening, why is price doing this certain things at this particular level, what is happening, why is price reacting of this level as it is doing at the moment. So now we see price here, we see price is kind of a weak uptrend from the 1 day time frame. You can see price is giving us higher highs, and now we have price forming some sort of a range at this area, giving us equal highs and equal lows. So this is the information we can gather on the 1 day time frame, and I'm gonna scale down to the 4 hour time frame so I can see clearer. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and run that number up for me, please. That is all I want for you. And also, you can drop your questions on the chat, on the comment section below. The link to join my free Telegram group will be below. The link to join my recommended broker, of which you can deposit using mobile money, cryptocurrency, bank card, Skype, USD, USDT, etc. is below too, but in the link below. Also, I recommend you use Exness, one of the best and fastest broker when it comes to deposit and withdrawals. So you just look from the video, you can see the link below, somewhere down. It's the link below. You just click that link tree. You have link to my Instagram, link to my Telegram, link to my WhatsApp. Everything is in all in one. So this is Great British Pound USD on the 4 hour time frame, and you can see we have some sort of an uptrend here. Can have some sort of an uptrend here already, and you can see prices reacting off this uptrend. You see we have a break there where you're looking at trend line. You can see price has been respecting this trend line for a long time. We have these highs here, we have this highest point here, and we have this low, the lowest swing low and swing high of that 4 hour time frame. So we can see we expect from what we're expecting, we expect a fall to the downside right down here. Possible analysis, because if you look at DXY, you can see DXY is about to shoot to the upside. You see, like I said, DXY is planning to shoot to the upside, while Great British Pound USD is planning to shoot to the downside. So you see how inversely correlated these pairs are. So this is what I get on the 4 hour time frame. I can go to the 2 hour time frame now to look for my zones, demand zones, supply zones, and see who's in control and see who is violating control here. So looking at DXY, Great British Pound USD, price was in a downtrend. We had a change in character here, right? Price violated the supply zone. So you see when price violated the supply zone, it came back to tap to it to shoot to the upside. So you see price violated the supply zone, came back, tap, came back, tested that supply zone to shoot to the upside. So you can see that, and you see price left behind. When price shifted upside, it left behind a demand zone here, and you see the demand zone was so strong. And you see the institution. You see this way, you see these candles like this, these two candles. You can call that institutional candles. They come into clear liquidity, every liquidity, because a lot of stop loss are sleeping below here. Imagine all the traders that had pending orders here and had a very tight stop loss. See, very tight stop loss. They were taken out before price actually pushed up to their direction. Okay. So you see when you had that, yes, if you took a trade and you had that, whenever you take a trade and you're taken out of that trade and your stop loss is triggered, I'll advise you to take away everything so you can see clear. Imagine, had it been you were dwelling on this loss, you wouldn't have seen this next possible entry that was here sleeping for you, right? So this next possible entry that was just sleeping for you, you had this multiple momentum rejection here, and see all the way up price was ranging up. So you see this demand can term it mitigated demand, of which it came from. It came to do what? Break structure, right? It came here to break structure to the upside, and you see price has been doing that so long, telling that demand is in control. And as of now, this is the 2 hour time frame. We want to see what's happening now. So you see price form a structure here and we have what a change in character here of the 2 hour time frame. Price form a structure here around here and we have a change in character here and we can see some fair value gap here sleeping above here and you expect price to push to the upside for maybe push to the downside because now we've seen a change in character here indicating that price is about to reverse. Okay, we've seen a change in character here, indicating that price is about to reverse to the downside. So I can scale to the 1 hour time frame. Maybe I can see more clearer entries or more zones hiding there. And if you can look at this clearly, from what you can see something like a head and shoulder pattern trying to form here, right? You can see something like a head and shoulder. You can see the left shoulder. You can see the head. You can see formation. So expect price to come around here and see we have this supply zone looking here. Price to come to the downside. So we see. So we the reversals are already indicating. So we can see price trying to turn around here already. Take that out. So you can I can have some nice clear entries here already. I will start just above this zone, targeting this area of unmitigated demand because like I said, unmitigated blocks, demand areas, unmitigated zones are always acting like a magnet in the market where they can attract price. So you see this some sort of nice trade where you can expect to have 1:8 here. So price can come up here. We can have this nice cool entry here. I think it will just be a very spike and hit this area and drop right down here. You can see 1:10 kind of risk reward. Man, that's 344 pips if that should happen. If you are looking at it on the trend line style, you can see something like this. Let me scale down, you can see I have touches here, touches, 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 and you can see you have a break now. I can see price is finally coming to test this area. So you can have risk entry here and confirm entry above, right? So you can have some risk entry here. Price might react up this area. Oh, it can spike right up here. But I just want you, I'm not like giving this like a signal, but I just want you to look at what is about to happen here. Maybe you can have your entries here and add some more entries here. If you are taking whatsoever you're doing here, please let your stop loss be above this area, right? Now the question is which supply will hold. So if you can have some risk entries here and some other confirmed entries here, but if you're taking your own entry, you know that if price will spike a little bit up here, if you add your positions above here. But looking at this level, we can see that we have a shoulder here. So we have right shoulder and left shoulder and right shoulder here. So you need to be careful when trying to add your entries here. But you know price might react from here and also it might react too from here. So you should have some risks you are risking here and some risks you are risking here too. So GU is very clear and simple. Very, very clear and simple for us to look at the market from that direction tomorrow. So all you need to do is just wait to see how the market will react. We'll open and we'll see what will happen when the market reacts here. So without wasting much time, I'll go right back to the next currency, which is Euro USD, the last currency for the day. And maybe for a bonus, I'll check on gold too. Okay, so we can start. Remember, we start top-down analysis. We take from the 1 day time frame. 1 day time frame. What are we seeing? Demand is strongly in control. See, price is pushing up, and price is at a level now where we can see price reacting off this area here. Price is reacting off this area, start acting like a demand zone. You have this fair value gap here. That price just tap into it and start dropping to the downside, of which later did what? Break, change character here. So you see the sellers are about to enter the market and we might see Euro USD dropping right to the downside. So this is the 1 day time frame. So I'll go down to the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame. So could this be the fair value gap that price can tap into it before rejecting to the downside? Well, maybe yes. I go down to the 2 hour time frame. Need to renew my package 2 hour time frame. What's wrong? 2 hour time frame. So everything is in control. 2 hour time frame here. So we have price forming some sort of higher highs here now. I can go to the 1 hour time frame. So I've seen what 2 hour time frame is telling me, and I've seen that there is a break here. This is a structure. We have a break on structure here already. I have a break in structure coming up. A moment, please. Break in structure here. So I can go to the 1 hour time frame. So I have a price was pushed upside now. I have a break in structure. If I can take a trend line from down here, right up here, we'll see that price was respecting this trend line, or which we later have some big push to the downside by sellers. So you see price is giving us higher highs, and higher lows. And what we'll see here is this the structures here. So the first change of character happened here, leaving behind the zone, fair value gap, inefficiency area there. The price might try to react off that area to the downside. So this is what the 1 hour is telling us. And what do we have here? We have demand zone sleeping here. And you see price reacting off that demand zone nicely. The rejection is clean. So this is what EURUSD is telling us in the 1 hour time frame. We have this structure formation here, liquidity, kind of formula liquidity, as price tap into the zone, clear liquidity, now push back to the upside. Now, this is an area we expect price to come up to. This is the demand area we expect price to come up to. So I expect price to come up to, and another one sleeping here. But for us to buy this market to push this upside, we need to see some sort of change character in a smaller time frame, like in 15 minutes. So we see demand is in control here. So we'll focus to look for demand control to buy this market right up to the upside, right up here or here. So we have some zones that we might see price reacting off here. So this is a structure. This is a structure. If price manages to break this structure, it can come back here. But if price pushes down here, it says this is of the 15 minutes. So if we are looking for entries to buy this market to the upside, to maybe target this area here or here, you should wait for the market to come around down here. So this is the 15 minute. You can scale to the 5 minutes. You look now, you can see any fair value gap sleeping below where you can buy this market to the upside before expecting that drop to the downside. So we have this zone here that caused the breaking structure. The fair value gap is a little tighter. So we have this one caused a change in character. And you see price came back, tap into this demand zone that caused a change in character, go pushing to the upside. And this one caused the breaking structure. So this is the breaking structure, 5 minute time frame. This one caused the breaking structure, leaving behind a fair value gap here, a small zone here that liquidity creating here. So we have this formation of liquidity here, right? So price might come to do what? Tap into this zone, push to the upside, right? Push into the upside. So if you are looking for entries, you can have an entry like this here. Have your stop loss just below here, 11 pips to target this fair value gap here, because we have a fair value gap here on a mitigated supply, right? Because this one caused the breaking structure here. So you can target that area above. So you just need to wait when the market opens to see how price reacts. Price might just leave from this demand zone and shoot up, right? You might have that spike, price and just shoot up to the upside, but just know that there's liquidity sleeping here. There's a liquidity sleeping here and there's a fair value gap. So price might come tap in this zone before pushing to the upside. So you just need to wait and see how the market will open, maybe during the Asian session, and you wait to see and wait for it during the London session, London opening, and see how you can take your entries from here. So like I promised you guys, I'm going to add one extra currency and we're going to do something on gold. So we can do something on gold before I end the call for today. So let me take gold to the 4-hour time frame and see the area of gold where gold is going to. We experience some strong push of gold to the upside. Alright, so this is gold. This is gold pushing to the upside 4 hours structure, taking out this high, come back to tap into this level that it break out from. Right. So here is the left untouch. Here he tapped into the zone 4 hours, push to the upside. So let's look at gold now. Let's just go straight to the 1 hour since we've seen what the higher time frame is telling us. This is the 1 hour. And what am I seeing here? Oh, nice. There was a fair value gap here. You see gold reacting off that area, respecting it, and give us some sort of a double top or some sort of a change in character. Maybe go to the 50-minute here and a very clear, nice change in character here. And you see price after that change in character, price push back up to tap into the other block that was sleeping above. So these are the kind of things you need to identify in the market, ways to control what is actually happening in the market, to know what's going on. And also you saw here prices in the downtrend had that change in character here, leaving behind what unmitigated. Like I always say, unmitigated zones will always act like magnet in the market to attract price to themselves. So how that change in character here on gold. Mm-hmm. I have liquidity formation here, liquidity formation here. That's on 30-minute time frame. So expect price to push top to this downside. So what are we looking for now? Let's go to 50 minutes to see if I see a fair value gap here where we can look, where we can start waiting for sales opportunity to sell right to the downside. So we're going down to the 50 minutes. So this is how I need you to analyze. This is how I need you to break down your chart. You start from a higher time frame and scale down to the smaller time frame where you're now looking for your entries. So have that change in character and let out how to break the structure here. Now we are going to look for the highs that cause this breaking structure. Maybe around that area we can identify a supply zone. It's not yet clear visible on the 5 minute, on the 50 minutes, so we can scale to the 5 minutes to see if we can see clearer. Now 5 minutes and 50 minutes, these are time frames that I look out for my entries. So you see, I have some supply zone slipping here. So the supply zone that will conclude to look out for, these are supply zones that liquidity is slipping right above. So I will conclude by saying, by looking at, first of all, I need to look at what happened here. I had this break here, tap to the upside drop. Again, I have one here, another break here. So this one caused this break. So I will look for my supply zone here. So because this one caused this breaking structure here, leaving came here and never mitigated the zone. So this would be where I'll begin my entries to sell gold from. There's a few positions because some hidden zones are above here. Some hidden zones are sleeping right above here. But I just like to look at my small entries here first. When price gets here, I want to see how the kind of regression this will be like. Maybe take it right down to the downside. And scale that back to the 15 minute to see how that zone looks like in the 15 minute. So I just need to understand the structure, what is actually happening in this market. So you see this one causes break. This one, this high here causes break. So on the 15 minute, I have this fair value gap slipping up here. But you can scale around the 10 minute, you'll see something out like there. So this doji candle now will help me to identify this zone to be my high. This doji candle, this green doji candle, because it will make no sense for me identifying it here. So I express my price is supposed to come up right up here to tap into this zone because this doji candle now, if I can scale to the 10 minute, I will discover that there's a gap. So if you have the premium version, you can scale to the 10 minute, you'll see that there is a fair value gap within this zone here because I can identify that with the help of this bullish doji candle here. So I'll be looking for sales. So from here, maybe I'm going to the 15 minute, you can see some sort of small change in character here. I start looking for selling code right down here. Some sort of like a 1:8 kind of risk reward. So I go down here. So guys, thank you very much for watching to the end, and please, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also help me drop your question in the comment section below. Thank you very, very much. See you next week.